Alice, are you there? Where are you? Reply to me!
Oh, Stephanie. Long time no see.
Never mind a long time no see. What do you think you're doing turning down my wedding invitation? You mean you're not coming?
Huh?
I invited you to my lavish wedding because I felt bad for you being a pitiful reject with no friends. And you had the nerve to send it back with the not attending box ticked? What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm busy that day.
It's my wedding day, for heaven's sake. You should be dropping all your plans and rushing at the chance to give me and my fiancé your blessing. Isn't that what best friends are for?
Best friends? Who?
Me and you, obviously. Did you forget all about how close we were in college? There was you living out your days on campus in introverted solitude with a life less exciting than a pile of rocks. When I, the queen of all extroverts, unparalleled in beauty and popularity, was so kind to shine a beam of hope on your tragic existence and became your friend.
You mean you just wanted me to hang out with you to make yourself look better? That hardly qualifies us as best friends. If anything, it just makes you a selfish narcissist. Anyway, Taylor is my best friend.
Huh? Taylor? You mean that filthy peasant with no parents who's so poor she couldn't even afford to buy lunch? That Taylor?
I'd prefer if you didn't talk about my friend that way.
Isn't it the truth, though, lol? Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to business. I want to give you the maid of honor speech at my wedding.
What?
Plus, you can sing and play piano, right? I heard you were pretty good. I want you to perform for everyone after your speech.
No, I made it very clear when I returned the invitation that I won't be attending. My schedule's full up.
Well, you should make room in it to attend your best friend's wedding.
Besides, why would you send me the invitation with less than a month to go until the ceremony? Even if I wanted to go, it'd be impossible on the timescale.
Well, make it possible then.
No, it's impossible because I have important business on that day I absolutely cannot get out of.
What? You mean there's something more important than my wedding?
That's exactly what I mean.
Go on then, what is it?
My boss's wedding.
Seriously? You'd miss your best friend's wedding to go to some random guy from work's wedding instead?
He's my boss, not some rando. And actually, he's a great guy who's always been there for me. I think it makes perfect sense to prioritize him over you.
Are you saying I wasn't there for you back in college? You probably wouldn't have even made it through without me.
The only thing I remember are your weird attempts to one-up me and put me down in front of everyone.
No.
Anyway, I can't help but feel that the only reason you sent me an invitation is because everyone else declined you. So you sent me one in an attempt to bolster the number, so that people who do attend don't realize everyone actually hates you. Sound accurate?
It's not like that at all.
I hit the bullseye, didn't I? I mean, come on, really? Best friends? Don't make me laugh. I'm done with this conversation. Good luck with your wedding.
I'm sorry to contact you out of the blue like this. Am I right in thinking this is Alice's number?
Maybe it is, but who's this?
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Richard Bigglesworth. I'm your best friend Stephanie's fiancé. I apologize again for contacting you so suddenly, but I found your number on Steph's phone.
I see. So, what could Stephanie's fiancé possibly want with me?
I'll just come straight out with it. Why don't you attend our wedding?
Huh?
Surely you should be there to give your best friend your blessing on the most important day of her life. She broke down in tears. She invited you because she wanted her closest friend to be there on the happiest day of her life. It's a day that only comes around once, you know. But she said you suddenly returned the invite with not attending checked.
I see. Like I told Stephanie, I have an urgent engagement on that day, so I can't come.
Yes, and I'm telling you that the way you've gone about this is just wrong. You've been downright inconsiderate and disrespectful, I tell you. Despite the fact you returned the invitation agreeing to give a speech and piano performance a whole 3 months ago. You have the nerve to pull out now all of a sudden, with less than a month left until the wedding day.
What? The invitation only came last week.
Excuse me?
Plus, I don't know if it was because she didn't know my address, but it was sent to my parents' house of all places. I immediately sent it back, making my intention not to attend crystal clear. And then Stephanie messaged me 2 days ago. She demanded that I attend no matter what, seemingly having no concern whatsoever for the fact that I already have plans of my own. That was also the first I'd heard of the speech and piano performance. Obviously, I told her that it was impossible to.
Wait, what? None of this makes sense.
It's exactly like I said. I didn't even know she was getting married until the invitation showed up at my parents' place last week.
Say what now? To think you call yourself a best friend. That's abhorrent.
Listen, Richard, you don't seem like a bad guy, so I'm going to explain this to you nicely. But me and Stephanie haven't spoke since college. It's been over 7 years. 7 years without so much as a single message exchanged between us. I haven't seen from her, heard from her, or even about her in all that time. Can you really call us best friends?
What? None of this adds up.
What's more, if I had to say one way or the other, far from being friends, I'd say we didn't actually get on that well at all.
Really? Forgive me for asking you this, but do you think there's any chance her sending you an invitation might have something to do with the fact so many people, particularly people she listed as close friends, are turning down the invites?
Are there really that many?
About 90% of the invites she sent were declined.
90%? Jeez. Does that mean, while being fully aware of the situation, you messaged me without harboring a single doubt as to why no one wants to associate with her?
You were listed number 1 as her closest friend, but she did say there was a chance you may have betrayed her.
Betrayed her? How?
Forgive me for dragging up the past here, Alice, but she told me the story of the time you and her were fighting over a certain boy in college. Eventually, that boy chose her over you, and they started dating. She explained how the two of you made peace a few days later, but she did say there was a hostile atmosphere for a little while because you were jealous. I did think that you holding a grudge against her for what happened back then made sense as a potential explanation for you not coming to the wedding.
If you want to hear my side of the story, it sounds like she's playing fast and loose with the facts of what actually happened to suit her ends and manipulate you.
I see. What exactly was Steph like during college?
I'd appreciate it if you went down that rabbit hole yourself. I hope you don't think I'm being rude, but I have no intention of talking at length about my personal affairs with someone I don't know.
I see. I understand. Sorry again for the inconvenience, and thank you for your time.
Alice, you scheming witch! What the hell did you say to him?
What do you want?
My fiancé broke off the engagement. You're behind this somehow. I know it! What did you do?
I see. Well, I wouldn't exactly go as far as saying I did something.
Why did he dump me then? Explain now! Your name was mentioned, Alice. I know you were involved. Don't think you're getting away with this.
Listen, Steph. Richard's the one who contacted me.
What? Why?
He messaged me out of the blue and started giving me a hard time about not being able to attend the wedding. All I did was explain my reasons why. I also set him straight on the facts that me and you aren't best friends, or even regular friends, or acquaintances, and that, in fact, I've never liked you. After that, I politely requested he did his own research and leave me alone.
What have you done? This is awful! Do you have any idea how much damage you've caused? You could have told a couple of white lies for me. What would have been the harm? Aren't we friends?
No. Do you have any idea how many people you made cry in my immediate surroundings back then?
What?
As far as I know, and I suspect there are probably more, Firstly, there's my best friend Taylor, my little sister, 2 of my classmates from college, plus 1 freshman and 1 senior, and finally me. That makes a grand total of 7. Every single one of us had our boyfriends stolen by you. When you were on a particularly rotten streak, you had 2 or 3 guys on the go simultaneously. Not only that, you strutted around campus with your head held high, boasting of your accomplishments to anyone who'd listen, and relentlessly mocking your victims.
What was your favorite line again?
Oh yeah,
This is just how life is when you're as beautiful as me.
the fact that you've just had your engagement broken off 7 years later suggests to me that you probably haven't changed your ways since becoming an adult and entering society.
It's not my fault guys want me. If anything, it's their fault for not leaving me alone.
Were you born completely devoid of reason?
What?
I remember how you used to strut around flirting with other guys even when you knew they have girlfriends. Or how you'd welcome the advances of other guys even when you already had a boyfriend or boyfriends. The worst part was, you actually seemed to take pleasure in wrecking other couples' relationships. You seem to be lacking the bare minimum of reason required to exist in human society, Stephanie.
Don't be so mean.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that you totally deserve to get dumped by your fiancé and have the engagement broken off on this occasion. At the very least, you should use this as an opportunity to reflect on your life up until now and ask yourself why it might be that people consistently seem to want nothing to do with you. Goodbye. Richard messaged me again a couple of days later, apologizing profusely for the hassle his ex-fiancée had caused me. Our messages made him suspect her, and as well as keeping a close eye on her day-to-day movements, he conducted a thorough background check. When he did, he stumbled on an intricate web of lies involving several affairs, some of which he's still in the process of exposing. As things stand, his investigations have unearthed a whopping 3 secret lovers. On top of breaking the engagement, he not only took Stephanie to court for compensation, but all 3 of her lovers too. Obviously, the compensation also included the cost of the now cancelled wedding ceremony and honeymoon. It turns out their own wedding was intended to be quite the extravagant affair, the total cost amounting to somewhere in the region of an unbelievable $70,000, including the damages owed for the 3 affairs. She now owes over $76,000, and not being partially well off financially, is now desperately trying to claw her way out of self-induced debt hell. I don't know whether it's because she's super poor now, but my best friend Taylor said she saw her disappearing into a crowd of people the other day. Wearing ripped clothes that looked like they hadn't been washed in weeks, and clutching some half-eaten bread crust like her life depended on it.
Heather, a coworker invited me out for a drink. Can I go?
What? You're in charge to cook dinner tonight.
I know, but he invited me, so I need to go.
You always run away like that. We promised when we got married that we'd share the housework, but you haven't kept your promise.
Heather, don't be so cold. Just let me go, please.
I guess I can't say no to you whenever you say that.
That's what's so cute about you.
I know that you're going to make up reasons again. I don't have a choice. I'm going to go buy some lunch and pack up tomorrow's work in advance.
That's my wife. Thanks.
Jasper? Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I'm home now.
Hey, what were you doing up until this morning?
Well, my coworker and I drank a lot, and I got so drunk. I missed the last train. I was going to call you, but it was the middle of the night.
So you rode the first train home?
Yeah,
You're not a child, you know. You need to take better care of yourself. You're going to work today, right?
sorry. You sound just like my mom.
This is no time to joke.
I'm sorry.
Besides, I'm working as hard as I can, so I need a little more help around the house.
I know. I will give up my weekend off to do housework.
Make sure you keep that promise, okay?
Anyway, sorry to trouble you again, but I'm supposed to have a drinking party with my colleagues from my department next week. My boss is very excited about it, so I think I can't refuse.
Not again. You really should control yourself better. It can't be helped if it's the department's drinking party.
You're right. Sorry.
Never mind. I'm just getting caught up on work too, so I'll go get it done.
You better take care of yourself too, Heather. If you stop working, we won't be able to make ends meet.
What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm going out for work.
Okay, off you go. Heather, I just got home. Sorry I couldn't see you off to work.
You didn't even call me. Give me a break, Jasper. How much have you been drinking?
I'm really sorry. I was supposed to go straight home yesterday.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. I was getting ready to go straight home. Unfortunately, my colleague got me. I tried to say no, but
Why didn't you say no? You should have said that your wife is working overtime. So you need to go back home soon to your colleague. I can't believe you weren't even capable to do that.
even if you said that, I can't refuse. For men, socializing is part of their job. This is different from women who mostly take care of house chores.
Please don't be so overbearing. I told you when we got married, right? I need you to help me with the housework. You agreed to that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Because we can't live in this apartment with just my earnings. That's why I don't want you to stop working.
Then why don't you keep your promise? If you're doing whatever you want, there's no way I can concentrate in doing my job. Look at the state of our house.
I'm sorry. I promise I won't be drinking for a while from now on.
Are you sure I can trust you this time?
Yes, you have my word. I may have to work a little overtime anyway, but I'll do my best to get home as soon as possible.
You don't have to force yourself if you can't. Anyway, don't ever let me see you go home in the morning after a night of drinking. Promise me.
I understand. I'll definitely go home early today and finish the house chores. Alice!
Alice?
We had a great night last night.
What?
What's wrong? Are you embarrassed?
Embarrassed?
You were so passionate last night, Alice. Too bad I couldn't stay for the night.
Huh?
Your glamorous body is so hot. I'm already falling for you. I don't want to go home.
Really?
I couldn't get you out of my head all day today.
I see.
Yeah, my wife is nothing compared to you. I'm going to stay over after I finish work today.
You're staying over?
Yeah? Is that a bad idea?
No, because that would be bad for your wife.
No, it's not. I told you, didn't I? You were more attractive than her. I'd be more than happy to go to bed with you.
I understand. But I feel sorry for your wife because she doesn't know anything about us.
You don't have to worry about that. I want to be with you.
Having a married man staying overnight is risky for me, you know.
That's okay. I won't put you in trouble.
Are you sure about that? Then why don't you divorce your wife?
Huh?
You can come over after you divorce her.
Okay, I'll get a divorce.
Really?
Trust me, because she's such a nag. I feel like I'm suffocating when I'm with her.
Are you afraid of your wife?
She's not scary, but she just feels like she has to be in charge of everything. As a man, that's a real menace to my reputation.
But isn't your wife doing everything she can for you? You shouldn't talk like that.
It's okay. Because, she's not even attractive as a woman these days. She's too occupied with her work.
What do you mean? But you care about your wife, right?
It's complicated. My wife has a high income.
What?
I figured out that if I stop working, she'd be able to provide for me. But if you promise that you'll marry me, I'll definitely divorce my wife.
Okay, I got it.
I'll see you at night. Please wait for me in your sexy underwear. Heather, about today, I'm going to be invited to the boss's house.
What? Your boss's house?
Yeah, when we went out for a drink as a department last time, somehow I ended up sitting next to him. As we were talking, we got on the subject of family.
Yeah? And then what happened?
And suddenly he got all excited. He said that he's going to give me a lecture on how to be a good husband.
What kind of a lecture is that? Something like how to take off your underwear?
Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Isn't that what guys talk about?
How am I supposed to talk about that with my boss? He's got a wife at home too.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to talk about that.
He insisted that I stay overnight.
Yeah, I knew it.
Heather, don't be silly.
But you have work tomorrow, right?
So we're all going to the company from the boss's house. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What's wrong? You don't seem fine.
No, it's nothing. Then I guess you need to get a change of clothes.
I guess so. But I can do that on my own.
What time are you scheduled to finish work today?
Why?
No particular reason. I was just wondering if you're busy at work right now.
No, I'm relatively free this time of year. I think I'll be able to go home on time. Maybe that's why the boss invited me.
Well, seems like you have a very caring boss. I don't care if you're single. But I can't believe he invited you, a married man, to stay overnight at his house.
I don't think I understand what you're trying to say.
It's a weekday and your boss has kids, right? Wouldn't that be a nuisance?
Maybe, yes. But since the boss said so, how could I refuse?
I see. Can we meet tomorrow?
Of course. I'll come home tomorrow after work and do the housework.
Why are you start talking about housework?
What?
Never mind. I just wish you had said so earlier.
Sorry about that. I'm going to change my attitude from now on.
Hey Jasper, where are you? I wonder if you've arrived at your boss's house? Answer me, Jasper.
What's the matter? I'm having dinner with the boss and other managers right now, so don't text me.
I see.
I might not be able to respond for a while.
Oh, by the way, didn't someone knock on your front door just now?
What?
Did you hear the sound?
Huh? How do you know about that? You're scaring me.
Because I'm the one who knocked? You're not at the boss's house. You're at Alice's house.
No way! How did you find out?
Because you called Alice this morning, didn't you? You said that you're going to stay over after work today.
Who told you that?
You sent your message to the wrong address.
What do you mean?
I mean, you sent the message to me instead of Alice.
Oh no.
What a passionate message. You didn't notice about that?
No, that's... But how did you know about this place?
I asked the investigation agency to look into it. You've been coming home in the mornings, so I had a bad feeling about that. Then the evidence came out.
You're investigating people's affairs without permission? That's an invasion of privacy.
How dare you say that? You're cheating on me. I can see you and Alice going in and out of there. I've got a perfect picture of you both. It'll be solid evidence in the event of a divorce.
Divorce? Who said anything about divorce? I'm not getting a divorce.
You were the one who said that. Did you forget?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said you're getting a divorce in your message to Alice.
Well, I sent it to the wrong person.
Really? But Alice said that she wants you to divorce your wife.
That was you who pretended to be Alice.
But you agreed to her. You said that being together with me is suffocating you. Besides, you said that I'm ruining your reputation as a man. Also, you think that I'm not attractive as a woman.
You set me up, didn't you?
That's what you really want, isn't it? I have a high income. You decided to be together with me only because you want me to provide everything for you when you lose your job.
I can't believe you deceived me.
It's too late for that. I have all of the talk history. I'll use it as evidence of your affair.
What? You keep saying about divorce, but I never signed the divorce papers. You can't file it with the authorities unless it's in my handwriting. You can't divorce me.
I've already delivered the divorce papers and all the evidence to your boss.
Huh? You, what the hell are you doing? What does my boss have to do with any of this? You're always doing unnecessary things.
Your boss must know about what you've done. Because you said you were staying at his house. I called your company directly to report.
You called my company? Why would you do that?
I did what any wife would do.
What did my boss say?
He said he didn't make such a promise. I know he didn't. Well, you're at Alice's house anyway.
So what did you tell him?
I explained the details. And then your boss was so furious.
No kidding. What am I supposed to do then? I'm going to be kicked out of my current department.
But there was another reason why he was so furious.
What's that?
I found out from the investigation agency. It seems that Alice is in a relationship with your boss, too.
Seriously? What should I do from now on?
I heard that she's a receptionist at your company. Your boss seemed to like her very much, too. I heard that the rent for that apartment is paid by your boss.
No way.
That's the reason why your boss was so furious.
Wait a minute. Anyway, I'm going home. I'd be in so much trouble if I ran into my boss.
I don't think there's any point in going home.
No, it's better than staying here. Heather! You're not home yet? I just got back to that apartment. It's pitch black and I can't get the front door unlocked. Where are you now?
If I were you, I'd go home and have a cup of coffee, okay?
Huh? But our lights aren't on.
Oh, I moved out.
Huh? What the hell is going on? I don't get it.
I put our condo on the market. The contractor is going to take care of the remaining things tomorrow.
Hey, wait! Why are you doing this?
Because we're getting divorced and we don't need the condo anymore.
Huh? I live in this house too. Don't sell it without my permission. I won't allow it. If we get a divorce, I'll take half of the sale price as my share of the property.
Are you kidding me? Have you forgotten?
Forget what?
I bought that condo before we were married. I didn't move because you said you wanted to live there. Property division is based on the property we bought together after we got married. So, the condo is not part of the property.
No kidding. Then where am I supposed to go? Where am I supposed to live from tomorrow?
I don't know. I guess you'll have to decide that on your own.
No way. That's too much. What did I do wrong?
Didn't you just get back from the scene of the affair? Besides, you never keep the promises you made when we got married. You've been spending our joint savings without my permission.
Heather, please let me explain.
Don't play dumb with me. We were supposed to use that money when we have our child. We opened a joint account to save $100 every month for that. I never withdraw it, so I just left it as it is. But when I checked the bank book the other day, I was surprised. There's only $20 left.
Oh, really?
Anyway, you used it to fund your seduction of Alice, didn't you? As far as I can tell from the pictures, she was wearing all kinds of luxury brand stuff.
They're not that expensive.
Do you think I'm stupid?
No, I'm not.
I know how much luxury brands cost when I see one, so stop lying to me.
Heather, please. Don't be so angry. Most men usually have an affair or two.
Don't be silly. Do you have any idea how hard I work to support you? You don't even put any of your own money into the house because you spend it all. You even used up our joint savings.
You have a higher income than me, so it can't be helped.
You only think about yourself. If you feel sorry for me, you could have taken the initiative to do housework, or even got a second job if you wanted. Instead of doing that, you just spend like crazy. Cheating is out of question.
I'm sorry. That was definitely my fault. Please forgive me. From now on, I promise I'll be the guy that you want me to be. So please forgive me just this once.
I can't do it anymore. To be honest, I was so upset when I saw your message to Alice. I was about to throw up in disgust. I can't spend the rest of my life with someone as disgusting as you.
No way. I only have you to rely on. Don't give up on me, please.
Please feel free to find someone else who can help you, because I'm not in the mood for that anymore. Besides, I've already moved to my new condo. I'm enjoying my single life here comfortably. I make enough money to live on my own, so I don't have to worry about living without you.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I sent your stuff to the company. Tomorrow you'll get the new shipping instructions along with the divorce papers.
Wait a minute. Why would you even send my stuff to the company? People will find out, won't they? You should have thought about my situation.
People at your company were aware of it. That's what the guy from the investigation agency said. Also, everyone seems to know that you're the boss's favorite.
Huh? That's not good.
I know. I'm sure he was just watching from the sidelines. You should look forward to tomorrow.
Oh, I'm done.
That's not true. Your boss said he'd think degrading instead of firing you. I guess he didn't want to keep you around Alice. But you can work hard again at your new place. This time, you should live a life of integrity. I'll be rooting for you.
I'm falling apart. Heather, please, help me.
I can't. I sold my condo and moved into a new house. I even gave the divorce papers to your boss.
Oh no. Are you really abandoning me?
Stop fooling around, Jasper. You're the one who said we're getting a divorce. I just agreed to that.
Don't be so mean.
I've had a rough day and I'm very tired. I moved out in one day after all. Thank God the moving contractors were very cooperative. Anyway, I'm going to get some rest in my new room. You'd better get a good night's sleep for tomorrow too.
Where am I supposed to sleep if I don't have a room? Hey, answer me, Heather.
The next day, Jasper was sarcastically told by his boss that he'll be degraded. I was surprised at the speed at which his boss was able to get things done. At that time, he submitted the divorce papers to the municipal office, and our divorce was finalized without incident. After that, rumors about Jasper sleeping with his boss's mistress had spread at the new place he was transferred to. He is now working uncomfortably, since people around him always look at him with a smirk of curiosity on their faces. He wants to quit his job, but he can't because he has to pay the alimony. He deserves it anyway. To be honest, I have big doubt about his boss who has a mistress. But as an outsider, I've decided not to bother about that. I'm sure that in time, damnation will fall on him. I'm now enjoying my single life with a clear mind. I didn't feel that way when I lived together with Jasper. I have a bit of mixed feelings when I think about how stressed I was about my ex-husband.